What is up, killers? Kev here, and today back with a brand new episode of 5 new console mods to hit the Bethesda.net website this week. This is going to be episode 434 within my series, but without further ado guys, let's just jump straight into the video. TLS No Sun FPS is coming in at 7.3 kilobytes of a download. The mod author is recently taking away from the light radius from the general atmosphere, and it has noticed there is going to be a frame rate sort of increase to do with this. The mod author was testing it around and should be round now about 60 FPS with uncapped for Xbox One X. Personally, I feel like you're never going to get 60 FPS on a console, let's be real ladies and gentlemen, especially as well with loads of other things going in conjunction, but I did know a slight difference between this. It doesn't actually completely remove or delete anything, it's just a smaller radius on the sun and the sunlight too, which is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's the lowest it can go without disabling it, so obviously with that bearing in mind, the sun is going to look a little bit more, should we say, sad in some sense to do with the radius around the beamage as it is coming up or going down or overall. But then again, most of us aren't actually staring directly in the sun. We're more focused on the battles and the journey that lies ahead within the game. Muzeworld Stalhrim Replacer is going to be the next spot within this video, coming in at 26.1 megabytes of a download. This mod gives the light variation of this particular armor actually look like ice. It glistens and gleams with a light blue around it, focusing more of the aesthetics truly fitted for this particular armor. This is going to be a port from the nexusmods.com, hopefully with permission to head over to the Bethesda.net website. This mod replaces the textures and meshes to this particular set of armor, including the weapons too. Thus, for any mod chances that take this particular aesthetic will be engulfed with this particular mod, meaning if you already have it on your character or have it in your infantry, it will take effect as soon as you download it. You will not have to start a new game, you will not have to reforge anything, as if you've got the armor it will instantly replace it. This is a beautiful look to the armor. I think it looks really gorgeous. Again, I might actually keep this. Again, if anyone is using a sort of a lore friendly mod selection running through the game once again, or even currently playing it now, this is going to be a beautiful one to grab. The armor is going to look absolutely gorgeous, and to be honest, the special edition really didn't change much from the vanilla one, and overall with the textures, models and meshes for this particular set of armor within the game is probably my personal lackluster, not favourite at all. The aesthetic of this armor within base game is horrendous. Epic Realistic Element Rings is going to be coming in at 57 kilobytes of a download. The mod author has done recently a realistic enchantment or element attached to the weapons within the game. They looked really cool indeed. Once again, this is done by Imperial Agent 1992, which covers all platforms, so you're pretty much going to be set from the go with all of this particular mod's author. But for this one, it actually is equipable via a ring, and the effects that you do get not only are on your weapons that you can get with a separate mod, but for this one that we are going to be covering is actually the enchantment for yourself. The rings are going to be in a chest. Set location is going to be on screen now, very easy to get, but if you can't get it from this one, Imperial Agent does have their own YouTube channel with a full mod showcase to do with all of his mods that are out there on the site too. But for this one, you do get a fire ring, a frost ring, shock, darkness and a soul ring to equip and have that effect with your character. I'm not too sure if it creates a different slot with this particular ring. I hope it doesn't take the main slot with the ring. That would be a little bit of annoying. Usually with sort of hoods or capes with different mods, they take sort of a negative slot that won't actually affect any of your actual stuff that you are wearing. So what I mean by that is I'm wearing a god ring within my game. I do not want my god ring to be switched out via one of these particular rings. I'd like this effect running in the background with my particular character. It'd be great for builds, or if you're using a set character such as a necromance, the darkness ring would be absolutely finesse. Unique Flowers and Plants coming in at 19.7 megabytes of a download. Anyone with version 1 or 2, delete it before re-downloading this particular version. For me, I don't have any of those, so I'm jumping it fresh from this particular version, which is set to date of this video. Currently, this mod covers the Pine Forest, Reach and Full Forest regions to do with the game. This one is going to be compatible with Skyrim Forest Overhauls and all grass mods with unique grass and ground covers. The mod adds full 3D flowers and plants and not grass, which shouldn't affect any other different textures, models or meshes that you are running with current mods. The performance impact is very minimalistic, and for me this is very nice indeed. I always like adding different sort of types of plants, or even if it's something little, maybe changing the bark on the trees. It definitely does have a massive impact through your game. This one for me is definitely going to be a favourite. I'm going to keep this one installed. Guys, I'm using a ton of other different mods on this one, so if you are picking up the fact of, you know, maybe those flowers aren't in this particular mod, I do have a lot of graphic overhaul mods to do with flowers, grass, trees, LOD, loads of other different things are running in conjunction with this, but I am trying to keep it strictly focused, the footage on screen now focused on to this particular mod. Transform Ability Follower. This one is going to be the Dwarven Pack. We've already covered one of these on the channel before, but this one is coming in at 33.8 kilobytes of a download. Adds a follower with the ability to transform when starting the game. A spell named or called follower is added. Please use it, and the ability of this follower will work with using, once upon using that particular spell. For me, I personally have had no interaction with the spells that come with this particular one. The follower is almost instantly teleported to you. This is via going my experience, and that follower will change within combat and also idle too, as you can tell on screen as well. For this one, such as random transformations as the Dwarven Spider, the Blister, loads of other different things with this particular one. It's absolutely crazy. I do believe there's 4 or 5 different transformations to do with the Dwarven ones. It pretty much covers all of the vanilla based Dwarven packs within the game. Obviously not something silly like a little scuttle crab, but you guys know what I mean. Spell becomes a lot stronger with the player listed as entailed. 1 to 29 is going to be a multiplier of 1. 30 to 49 is going to be a 1.3. 50 to 69 is a 1.5. 70 to 99 is a 1.8, and a level 100, which is going to go to a multiplier of 2. The Dwarven max level is going to be 1000 on this particular one, but I do believe the cap of this particular multiplier is only going to stay at level 100. Overall, a pretty interesting one. We have covered a previous one by the same mod author, but for this one, it's nice to see they're coming out with different variations of the packs. So guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, I would very much appreciate a like on the video. You know guys, it helps me out an awful lot. If you're new around it too, and as well you made it this far and you enjoyed the content that is on this channel, make sure to click that subscribe button. Right next to it as well, there is going to be a bell icon. If you click that in some way, shape or form, you will get a notification for every single time I post a video like this to the channel. But until the next one guys, Killerkev here, and Killerkev out.